It is now after midnight in the Eastern and Central time zones. It is now the 20th of January 2009, and the momentous day is here. And after recording this audio blog, I'll go to sleep and get up and go get on the radio tomorrow and cover the live inauguration that is being promoted as if God himself was about to set down upon earth and deliver us from evil. And I see just people fawning all over TV saying, I won't have to pay my bills anymore. All my problems are going to be solved. There won't be any more wars. Obama will save us. The whole world is, large portions of the population all over the planet are rejoicing and saying the same thing, that he is the Savior. He is everything. He is going to fix all the problems. This is the fourth audio blog that I'm doing. I tend to try to do these late at night when I'm calm and more focused, because during the day I just have so much energy and I'm covering so many issues and talking to so many guests and callers that I don't have time sometimes to really break down the thoughts and analysis that I've been having throughout the day. So I'm going to do that now here, uninterrupted by commercials. There's been some new developments with the youth corps, the National and Compulsory Service Brigades. With Obama, I want to go into. Also, I want to break down how they've brought the American people and people of the world into this controlled economic crisis. People are very scared. And the mainstream media, in unison, which they've never really done in the past, is getting fully behind Obama and saying, you've just got to do what he says. You've got to submit to him. You've got to serve. You've got to just get with the program, and everything will be okay. But if you don't, you're going to cause a worldwide depression. And Obama and his advisors and his wife, the establishment and the pundits are saying things are about to get really bad. But don't worry. Do what this man says. Pass all the legislation we say, and everything will be okay. And then things, of course, will get worse. And they'll say, it's okay. Do the next step of everything we say, and then it'll be okay. That's what they're doing with the banking situation, the terror situation. All of it. They create the crisis or foment the crisis or accentuate the crisis, deepen it, and then offer the solution. And then I want to talk about hope, real hope, not false hope given by the establishment through their corporate frontman, Obama. The hope that the people of the world overall are waking up to government tyranny and corruption. That's in every poll around the planet. They can be suckered back in for a brief time by the image of a black president and its novelty. And he is slicker and better spoken than somebody like Bush, who everyone was taught to hate, who it was fashionable and trendy to hate. And there were a lot of reasons to hate him. He was terrible. I, of course, went after him for 8 years, but always pointing out that he was a puppet. So that's some of the issues we're going to be covering. It's just so frustrating. I know there's hope, real hope, but it's just going to take the people getting wise a lot faster. So let's go through these points. The new developments on the forced compulsory service front is a new website they've announced in the last week, and Obama has now cut these National Ad Council federal PR pieces for usaservice.org, not GOV. So we see this blurring of the lines between government and then this private website run by Barack Obama and his people, separate from the website, where they are going out and getting hundreds of thousands of people in just the last week to sign up to be volunteers. Now, this is multifaceted. Number one, just like with Hitler and Mussolini and Mao Zedong, with a true grassroots fascist or communist movement, you need the people involved. It doesn't matter if it's cookouts or parties or feeding the homeless. It's about a shared sense of community and about the people feeling like they're part of the system, part of the leader, part of a tribal group, basically, so that they have this culture and so that they feel good about the work they're doing. So whereas you have Rahm Emanuel, the chief of staff, writing a book about it, and Obama giving speeches, and it being on the change.gov website that it'll be compulsory service 18 to 24 for the military, and all these other compulsory service for junior high and high school, and just all these classical police state activities, that is separate and not really being hyped. First, they have to put a good foot forward and package it and make it look good to break the ice. It's, hey, go out and feed the homeless. Well, who's against that? Hey, go out and clean up your neighborhood. Sounds good. But it's all done under the umbrella of a group separate from even the government. So the government's going to use legislative power, and they've announced they're going to attempt this on one front to make everybody who graduates from high school, 18 to 24, serve, they say, starting 3 months every year in a boot camp, in military, paramilitary training, to be part of the 1 million-person army that's as big and strong as the U.S. military, to be a domestic security force. So that's just right out of Nazi Germany, right out of Stalinist Russia, right out of Mao. But then, right out of Mao as well, you have the Little Red Book and the youth brigades, who were separate from government, but went out as vigilantes, attacking and killing and intimidating and shouting down. It started with shouting down, but then escalated into the burning and killing and attacking. And that's literally what Barack Obama is setting up. Now remember, Barack Obama is a poverty pimp, a foundation creation of the true elites. He's a globalist. He's pushing forward the entire agenda. He's now said he's going to keep Bush's Patriot Act and the new powers that the presidency gathered to himself. He said on Face the Nation with Stephanopoulos that was just campaign rhetoric, and that he agrees with Cheney. I mean, these are just amazing things. So understand, you'll have the governmental forced service, but separately, you're going to have a separate basic takeover of much of the charitable systems of the United States. And with the faith-based initiative that Bush had, Obama's going to continue that, billions and billions of dollars a year, getting not just churches but other charities on the bandwagon to basically put out the same message. And public schools are announcing, they're already covertly federalized with their curricula, that, they're going to be adopting the Obama curriculum in their schools. This is being announced all over the country. So it's more of an ideology, an idea, literally mobilizing a giant grassroots movement behind Obama. And they took a lot of this from Ron Paul. They've even copied the way his website looked and the way it used the different meetup groups and everything to combine that. And the Obama campaign, back a year ago, admitted that they studied what Ron Paul did. But whereas Ron Paul was a true grassroots organization, so the media stomped on him, demonized him, attacked him, ignored him in many cases. When they did cover him, they would attack him. With Obama, again, it's the establishment getting behind a fake grassroots movement so they get left cover. And so, again, you'll have all these millions of people that said, hey, I went and fed people at soup kitchens for Obama, for change. What I did was good. You can't say what I did is bad. And you're like, no, that's a good thing you did. The point is, you're doing it as part of a mass organization and giving legitimacy to all the other programs and operations of Barack Obama, like his move to spearhead the banks taking over, the private foreign banks, known as the banker bailout bill, that's already $8.5 trillion stolen with no transparency. And now Obama's saying, let's give them tens of trillions more, but that everybody else is going to have to make all these incredible sacrifices